Again, small SUV so far, evading police successfully for at least 40, 45 minutes, maybe even longer. We don't know why he's running. Multiple police cars in pursuit. Looks like the driver's side front tire is toast, and he is on his rim. It's going to limit his mobility. He's going to pull over now and get out to run. We have over Interstate 75 traffic with multiple officers in pursuit running against traffic. Jumps up over a hood of a minivan. Officers try to get him. They've got the van surrounded. 5, 6, 7. They've got him down in custody. Running on highway or against highway traffic, climbing the hood and windshield of that SUV, that minivan right there. One of the most dramatic police chases you will ever see come to a conclusion right here live on Local 4. The unwitting innocent person driving this minivan, we do not know what their instructions, as they just sort of creep north without the police pursuing them or stopping them. Or are they told to pull forward off to the side of the road? Or are they just going to slowly drive away after having been involved in this major live news incident? I don't think the officers realize that the van involved in this, that the guy tried to run and basically leap over, is slowly pulling away up exit 48 there. And I don't think the chopper realizes it either, because we're isolated now on the suspect and all the law enforcement, but the minivan, where's the minivan going?
Everyone forgot about the minivan.
It's on the right side, so we can't see exactly which one. We just passed Hazeltine, eastbound Victory Boulevard, about 48 miles per hour. And pilot is telling me it looks like he's starting to lose control. And definitely look at that front left tire. That tire looks like it's going to have some issues here. And the loot in the back, the stuff standing out, the stuff that we were seeing in the backup, getting a lot of traffic right here, a lot of cross traffic. We're going to pull out and see how it gets moved around. All of this UPS truck there, squeezing by the UPS truck. Again, this is why LAPD has it in a tracking mode. They want this driver to slow down and not drive so erratically. Officers are behind this individual, but not close enough. Oh, there we go. One person. Oh, right there. One person just fell out. So stand by. I can't tell if that's a footbill. Somebody's still driving right now. Somebody's still driving the vehicle. So that was a passenger. Passenger ran, or literally jumped out of the vehicle. So I'm staying with the car. Somebody is still in the car driving that. You can see there's a male driving that. So again, a situation here that was just past Hazeltine on eastbound Victory Boulevard. We are going to stay with the vehicle as the female passenger jumped out of the car. Okay, right now my pilot's telling me LAPD has completely pulled out of the pursuit. In fact, it was just too dangerous. Officers may have the female suspect in custody. We're still going to stay with this vehicle. Obviously, this thing is probably going to catch fire here or something of that nature. As we're turning southbound here, this is, let me get you the street here. This is Fulton Avenue.
Okay, coming to a stop.
Fulton Avenue, we're going to stay with the suspect. And again, here's the suspect coming out right now. Right, and in a situation like this, again, you don't want to make sure this person isn't going to carjack anybody in a situation like this. Foot bail right now. No doubt LAPD officers are going to utilize this footage. They're going to ask us where this suspect is, the description of the suspect. You got a male there wearing jeans, a hoodie, running through the neighborhood right off of Fulton and Victory Boulevard. And you can see he's evading officers right now. Nobody following him except News Chopper 4. And we're going to see what this guy is going to do, whether or not he's familiar with this neighborhood or just trying to evade law enforcement officers.
We saw him jump out of that Jeep with all the loot in the back there, now going through a neighborhood. We've seen this before, Megan. Will take off the sweatshirt, try to disguise himself, reinvent himself, if you will.
Yes, and they do that, and I'm not sure if he knows anybody. He's running back. This is Long Ridge Avenue. He's running on Long Ridge Avenue right off of Victory, running back toward Victory, so he's running in a northbound direction. And you can see as we pull out here, want to make sure he doesn't go into this apartment complex. He's continuing up towards Victory Boulevard, so we're going to maneuver News Chopper 4 around here. I'll keep a wide shot. There's an LAPD. You can see a ground unit right now. We're going to turn around and get that shot, but most likely he's going to be running eastbound. There he is across the street. We got eyes on him, Larry.
Let's hope he's not
into
armed.
traffic right now. Dangerous situation, Michelle. This guy could carjack somebody,
Exactly,
considering
Megan.
this may be an armed robbery suspect. That makes this situation even more dangerous. LAPD shortly behind. And look at this guy. He's winded out. He ain't going to last much longer. He's tired. Pretty soon he's just probably going to give up and basically go. There he is.
There he
Wow,
is.
predicted it.
Boom.
Giving up. He's done. Can't run anymore. Well, you know,
Maybe
it's not
not.
going to go much further. LAPD officers, you got a female officer
Yep.
chasing him. Just give it a second. This girl's going to get this guy.
All right, there he goes.
Wow.
Physical
There
contact
we
made
go.
with the suspect here
Takedown.
right now. Takedown, as you see
Don't
here.
Yeah, don't mess with LAPD. She's got you right now. She's apprehending the suspect all by herself, now
Wow.
getting assistance from other officers.
We're eastbound on the 210 coming up to town. Right here you see the truck tore off that right front tires and went through the 5760 interchange. What we're understanding, this is a carjacking with the victim still in the car. Suspect was armed with a knife. We've been hearing the police, the sheriff's observer overhead from LA County Sheriff's 21 calling that the victim is fighting with the driver. And right now he's right on this right shoulder, eastbound 210, coming through the Pomona area. And you see it just dragging that side of the car up there on the right front corner. Just unbelievable. This car is not caught on fire yet from all the friction from that dragging. There goes the tire right there. Now it's down on the actual rotor and on the frame. So you'll see it just kind of just dragging it along. Sparks flying out. Eventually, we've seen this before, it'll just burst into flames just from the sheer heat of the friction. So right now it's going to be a pretty dangerous thing here now with that victim inside and a possible with the guy with a possible knife, and you can see it just glowing underneath there. But we're continuing here east on the 210 freeway. We'll get you across street here in just a second. CHP coming up to do a pit maneuver, coming up on the right-hand side, coming up to the thing, bumping it, turning it around into the center divider across the freeway, and a perfect pit by CHP. And we're going to come around here to the side, keep an eye on it. Five's coming to the north side. And as we see, CHP, 3 units there, perfect pit job. Took him off the freeway over that on-ramp, and now coming to a stop here. Now we have a problem now. You have that victim inside there with the suspect who is supposedly armed with a knife, and so they're going to have to hold back here. Car totally disabled at this point, not going to be able to get away from him now. He's backed up on that side of the shoulder, and as we continue around here, we'll keep an eye on him. Five's going to continue out here to the west. And you can see, so looks like, is that the female? Okay, both of them are out of that right door as we came around here, so we're going to keep an eye on them from here. And so right now it looks like they're giving up, and it's going to come to an end pretty quick.
This is potentially not going to bode well for this guy. This is going to put him in a situation potentially where he may be stuck by the fact that he's put himself into a neighborhood where there might not be an exit. So he is southbound on surface streets, and he's going to make a right-hand turn into what looks like a cul-de-sac, and he's going to be off into the dirt here. He's going to be off into the dirt, and he is going to be making his way over towards the San Gabriel riverbed. He is now just on the east bank of the San Gabriel riverbed, and he's going to make a northbound turn. Look at this guy. He is basically off-road and in the dirt. Because this is a Toyota 4Runner, this is going to enable him to make these sorts of moves a little bit more readily and a little bit more easily. In fact, none of the pursuing officers who are down on the ground are behind him at this point. He is basically being followed by the LA County Sheriff's Department airship northbound on the eastern bank of the San Gabriel riverbed, and now he is going to be kind of approaching a situation where he has some room to make a move here, guys. So we'll kind of see what he does. At least 2 suspects here wanted for the crime of burglary, and again traveling on the San Gabriel riverbed, the eastern bank, heading back northbound over towards Whittier Boulevard. We'll kind of follow this and keep an eye on it, guys. Well, I tell you what, look where he is right now. That was one option for him to make a turn and get back over to surface streets, and he's basically let that opportunity go. So he's going to be staying on the eastern bank here. His next opportunity to get out of this particular situation might be over towards Whittier Boulevard here. He just missed an opportunity right there to get back on surface streets, but maybe that's going to bode well for the Sheriff's Department and the folks who are pursuing him, because he's in a relatively confined area that might allow resources to get ahead of him over, say, towards Whittier Boulevard or the next exit up, which is going to be Beverly, and put them in a situation situation where they can anticipate where his next move is going to be. So again, he's just on the eastern bank of the San Gabriel riverbed, and again, he's in a Toyota 4Runner, basically is off-road on that eastern bank of the riverbed going northbound, and he's about a quarter-mile shy of Whittier Boulevard. Now, if he makes a move to the left, I don't know how he's going to get onto that bike path, but that bike path does take him to Whittier Boulevard here. Just kind of looking at this, he might be in a situation where he could be in a pickle here. He might not be able to get out of it with this vehicle. He might be in a situation where he could be trapped. And there it is. His vehicle is basically stopped. Right there, we're going to see at least one person, the driver, get out, and he's going to make his way over the fence, then into the San Gabriel riverbed. He's basically on the bike path northbound, heading up towards Whittier Boulevard here now. No unit. Well, actually, yeah, we do have units up on Whittier Boulevard, so they're going to be ahead of this guy if he makes his way over to Whittier Boulevard here. So they're going to be anticipating this guy heading over in that direction. I do not see anyone else getting out of the vehicle, so the information was that there was at least two people in the vehicle. So far, it looks like it's just one at this point, and he has made a turn into the San Gabriel riverbed here, so he is going to be under the cover of some of this vegetation and some of this brush. I mean, my guess at this point is that he would prefer to give himself up at this point, but we'll see what the efforts are as they kind of close in on this guy now. The officers have now made their way up the eastern bank of the San Gabriel River here, so at least 3 vehicles are up there, and up ahead of them on the north side over on Whittier Boulevard here. We do have at least a half a dozen units waiting for him there, so we'll kind of see what happens as he hopefully pops out here.
About a half hour ago, that active search here was called off. SWAT team was called off. Deputies reopened this stretch of Whittier Boulevard, but I am told even though this was wrapped up here, they are following up on leads, still looking for that pursuit suspect.
Again, this guy is, there he is. You can see him swinging his hand there at vehicles as he's passing by. Very strange activity here. There he is again. Oh, and it looks like he threw something or maybe lost something off his hand. He hit maybe that vehicle with his wrist. It looks like maybe his watch has gone, actually hit that vehicle when he swung his hand at it. So a little retribution there on this guy as he's swinging. There he goes, punching the cars. That's what he's doing. He's punching the vehicles as he's passing. Unknown to what's going on, all of a sudden some guy on a motorcycle comes up and punches your car. There he is, shaking his hands like as if he maybe hurt himself. But again, I mean, this is self-inflicted punishment here, to say the least, Sandra. And, he may have an issue with braking with that hand, if he can, squeeze that brake or not with that left hand. So, Lena and Sylvia, very interesting pursuit taking place out here. Started in the San Bernardino area, and here he is looking back at police officers. And, he's making gestures to the officers there. I'm going to pull out and show you. Yeah, he's very agitated with those officers, being very defiant. And then jumping right back on the freeway. You can see him, definitely he's got some pain. Look at him switching his hand here. Switching hands. He's now throttling with his left hand.
Oh, wow.
So, he may be having trouble with both hands at this point.
Oh, my goodness.
But look at him. He's very agitated at this point. Very dangerous for this driver. Left-handed, crossing his arms there, pulling on that throttle, but continuing to drive. And look at that. I mean, now he's switching back over to a normal position with his hands. But, very dangerous situation for this driver. I mean, maybe he's playing this up for us. I don't know. But certainly when he hit that vehicle with his left hand, it definitely broke his watch. So you can imagine at the speeds he was traveling at the time, about 80 miles an hour, hitting someone's mirror like that or the vehicle at the very least
he almost
is going to do some
crying.
major damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got to wonder.
Bowing down his head.
You got to wonder. I mean, like you said, this could be simply some drama, created by someone who knows that he's being followed and wants to play it up. But it also could easily be someone who is in a great deal of pain. Sometimes when you injure yourself, it doesn't really kick in. The shock at first kind of masks the pain, and then after a while, you really begin to feel it, and that might be. It could well be what we're seeing right now. He could have easily injured himself very seriously.
Oh, and this is very dangerous here. He's picked up speed here really fast. He's approaching traffic on the 170 coming up to Roscoe. The traffic is always heavy here. There's a new bridge that they built here, commuter lanes here to get on that 5 freeway. We can see out the window that the traffic is backed up. You can see him passing cars. He's starting to slow down, shaking his wrist there, but very dangerous. Approaching the traffic, he speeds up. It really speaks to this guy's mental status. I mean, thinking about, just the cars changing lanes. Look at that, real close to that motorcycle. Almost hit him. almost hit that fellow motorcyclist there. You know, the question is, how can he control this motorcycle any further in all this pain?
Being a motorcycle being a little more agile and able to maneuver between vehicles. So, you know, looks like he's running out of real estate here. But
Officer Ramirez, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but we're going to go back up to our Gil Levis and Sky 9 to tell us exactly where this guy is right now. He obviously went off the freeway into a construction zone of some sort. Where does this lead him, Gil?
That's right. This is right at the 170 and the 5 freeway, the construction area. There he's down. He's down on the ground. He's given it up here. He didn't have anywhere to go at this point. The 5 freeway is just in front of him, and you can see he's just in agony there. But he went off the into the construction area on that 170. There's officers with the guns drawn, both motor officers there with the gun drawn.
Eastbound 91 passing the Tustin off ramp. Probably what's going to happen next. Oh, he's suddenly speeding way up. No? Near Imperial. Oh, just cut in front of somebody there. We have CHP. Looks like he's going to try to get off at Imperial Highway. No, back on. Boy, this is a desperate driver here. He is. Oh, he's hit that truck. He's hitting. He's hit. Oh, he's just swiping vehicle after vehicle. Eastbound on the 91 at Imperial Highway. Hit numerous cars there. He's hitting more. Wow. And now we're going to see. Looks like more. Yep, he is just going through vehicle after vehicle there. We're now in the fast track lanes, eastbound side of the 91, Imperial Highway. This is a dangerous situation. Okay, now here's where we're going to get, we may see some very interesting activity here. We have a full freeway closure up ahead. He's really speeding up. Oh, boy, the CHP, you see the door open on the CHP unit? Nope. Oh, another vehicle just got slammed by this. That's at least 4, maybe 5 vehicles that I've seen hit now on the eastbound 91 here. Spike strip right there. Yep. Oh, we're going to see an accident here. It looks like, yep. Oh, he has lost that front tire. He has absolutely lost that front tire. I'm surprised we're not seeing sparks at this point. He is spinning his steering wheel left and right, and we're going to see what happens here. This looks like it may be coming to a conclusion. He is just scraping the side of the car now, apparently having no control over the steering. Oh, he hit some more, looks like some more concrete there. We are in the Santa Ana Canyon. Let's see. We are just, this is just going from bad. Your fast track lanes there on the eastbound side of the 91. Oh, there's the sparks. We have not even a remnant of a wheel left on that vehicle. Nothing, yeah. HP officers, you can see, look at him trying to accelerate with those rear wheels full speed. They're not going to go anywhere now. So at this point, this is where it's going to get really stressful for the officers because he has no place to go.
So, man, well, look at the speed with the bad tire like that coming up to the next intersection. Luckily, it's a green light for him. On the brakes, going to make the westbound turn, slide on around. And here we go, eastbound 3rd. And, man, you know, can you believe this guy driving this car like that and just, I mean, giving no he's on the train tracks now, and I'm going to have to look out the window to see if I have any of the Metrolink or the little trains that go down 3rd Street here. I believe this might be the, I can't remember what green line or gold line that comes out from this direction, but he's on the railroad tracks, just continuing on here, racing along through the, passing Downey Road and continuing on here, westbound 3rd, coming up to a red light, and he's through there and just right down. So I can't really see ahead to see if there's any trains on the track ahead of him. I'm not really sure. I don't see anything coming along, but unfortunately, the train's not going to move. So he's going to have a hard time with that. Yeah. Oh, man, yeah. Something like this, I'm almost at a loss for words. Now he's just driving on the railroad tracks. He's got to go down underneath. He took the tracks underneath, and so we don't know. The air unit has no idea where that train track comes out because it goes underground here, and it might pop out a little further out here to the west. So now he's in the train tracks. The Lord knows what's going on down there, and if there was a train down there or not. So I've never seen something like that. But the county sheriff is trying to figure out where it'll pop out at. But I bet he's just going to bail out down in there. So we're kind of looking ahead here. Yeah, the sheriffs are watching. Sheriffs are watching the east exit, and the LAPD is watching the west exit here, doing what they can to keep an eye on us. I'm just going to go ahead, 5's going to park over Soto, and just going to sit here, wait for him to pop out. They've got this thing sealed off pretty quick, and they're going to keep an eye on whoever's down there and whoever may be coming off that train. So I'm surprised that one unit let the train go down in the tunnel because it just adds to the problem. So, you know, that's the first for me in all the years I've been doing police work and flying news helicopters.